some of you lose files and I usually don't. So a guy calls me a while back looking at a construction mortgage. During our call, I learned he's got a lot. He wants to build his house on it, and he's talking about rates and whatnot. And 3 4 questions in, I learned that he's got a massive line of credit on one of his other property, about $1 million, untouched. Yeah, he doesn't mention it, of course. I questioned him and figured that out. And the moment I learned that, I knew everything kind of changes, right? Because construction mortgages aren't cheap money. They usually come with a higher rate than a regular mortgage. They have fees built in, appraisals required at every draw stage, and the lender usually controls the money. It's low, expensive, and it's built for people who really don't have other options. But this guy had options, he just didn't know about them, right? So I tell him right there on the phone, hey, you're not a construction mortgage candidate, use the line of credit instead. Once the house is built, and it's done and valued, come back. We will refinance that line of credit because the home equity line of credits have a slightly higher rate. And I told them we'll get you a proper mortgage at a better rate. So no application, no file, no commission, and we hung up, right? Couple of years passed, and recently he reaches out to us. The house is built. He's carrying the LOC balance. Plus, he has some credit card debt he racked up, keeping the project moving, right? And as we're working on the refinance, somewhere in the meeting, he asked my underwriter that can he see me? And I go into the office and he says, Asim, do you remember us? I said, no, I don't. He said, you gave me and my wife the advice nobody else did. We called a lot of brokers before you and after you, but everyone wanted to just do the deal. But you gave us the advice which saved us a lot of money. So today, that refinance was signed. Not only one refinance was signed, he gave us another refinance on another property, and a third file, a medical office being purchased by one of his family members. So 3 files from that one phone call. And this didn't come back to me because I had a plan. I wasn't on that first call thinking, oh, if I let this go, he's going to come back and we're going to have 3 files. I told him the truth because it was the truth. And that's where most people miss out, right? When I say leave money on the table to make more later, the whole thing only works if leaving the money wasn't the strategy, right? And you do it by just generally trying to help people. And by the way, one more thing, every broker and every banker that guy talked to before me and after me who tried to push him into a construction mortgage, they all lost. Not one of them got the original deal. Not one of them got the refi. Not one of them got the medical office, right? So you give people real advice even when it costs you a file.